It's the second day of the working week, and it's my pleasure to come your way with the news. My name is Kwesi, Schandorf. To our very first story, former President John Dramani Mahama is asking President Akufo-Addo to turn the economy of the country around as he promised and inspire hope in the country's youth. According to him, the dire economic straits the country finds itself portends danger for the youth, many of whom he says are battling with unemployment and are fast losing confidence in the governance of the country. Speaking at this year's Odambia Festival of the People of Salt Pond, the former president indicated that the National Democratic Congress's suggestions should not be construed as being wanting to subvert the government, but suggestions that are to deepen the country's democratic ideals. There's more in this report by Richard Kwejenyako.
According to the former president, the youth in Ghana are despaired and there seems to be no hope in sight to their predicament. John Mahama wants the president to make good his promise by creating opportunities for the youth and also turning the economy around. The former president believes the future of the youth is the present, and so whatever decisions that are being taken should have them in mind.
Indeed, it is often said that the youth are the future leaders of this country and that the future belongs to the youth. A lot of people finish school and for many years they have to sit at home without employment. Currently, our country's economy is in dire straits and it gives cause for despair. A lot of young people come up to me and they say they don't see why every 4 years they have to come and queue and vote when they don't see any change in their lives and their circumstances. And that is why, as leaders of this country, we need to sit up. Because one of the most dangerous things would be for our young people to lose faith in our democracy. Once they lose faith in our democracy and they don't believe that our democratic governance opens enough opportunities for them, we would be in a very bad place. And so I urge the current leadership of this country, the President, Nana Akufo-Addo, his ministers, and all those who work with him, to sit up and work hard to turn around our economic circumstances. For us in the opposition, we will criticize when it is necessary, and we will offer suggestions when it is necessary. When we offer suggestions, we do so in good faith, not because we want to subvert the government, but we want to make sure that our democracy survives.
John Mahama also urged the Nkusukum traditional area to settle their differences and make the festivals they are celebrating count towards a development.
And so it is my hope that the next time we join you, we would have a very united leadership, and we would be sure that our chiefs and our royal majesties are working with one purpose towards the development of this traditional area. The past festivals like this were just for swearing allegiance to the overlord of the traditional area. Today, festivals go beyond just swearing allegiance. Festivals like this are to take stock of development and plan strategically for the future of the traditional area.
Chairman of the Nkusukum Odambia Festival, NX Digraftejo, says the Odambia Festival is the first step for the youth of the Nkusukum traditional area to galvanize support to create opportunities and wealth for all those who hail from the area.
I have also proposed the establishment of Infantiman Nkusukum Redevelopment Committee, because if we want to develop and we are not developing, we have to look at strategies, and that is why we have formed the Infantiman Redevelopment Committee. And the committee will basically look at 5 pillars to help us advance development. The first of it all is industrialization and entrepreneurship in Infantiman. We really need to make it a plan, because for you to be successful, you have to be intentional.
Now, away from the comments of the former president, residents of Kajiji, capital of the Sine East district in the Bono East region, are lamenting the poor state of town roads and the various road networks in the area. They say armed robbers are taking advantage of the situation to rob them of their valuables. They therefore want government to end years of neglect by making their roads better. Correspondent Anasabet visited the area and came through with this report.
The Sine East district is one of the 11 districts of the Bono East region. The main occupation of the inhabitants of this district is agriculture, with majority of the people being fishers. The district, since its creation in the year 2012, has seen little or no development in terms of road construction. The terrible state of the Kajiji town roads, according to the residents here, is adversely affecting general economic activities of the people.
Because
the road is filled with water each time it rains, and the same applies to the market, and that is our biggest challenge. We were promised after a sword-cutting event that our roads will be fixed, but you are a witness to our situation. We have indigents occupying the DCE and MP positions. They have to come together to help develop our communities. The people say the current state of the road networks within the area has led to the death of several people, some through armed robbery attacks, and others who are on referral to the Kwame Danso government hospital lose their lives before they get to the health facility.
Armed
robbers are all over our roads. A lot of people have been shot. My close friend was killed on this same road, so we beg them to come to our aid. To the traders who visit the Sine East district to buy fish, the terrible nature of the roads is adversely affecting their trading activities.
We are from
Ayachekope, and we suffer a lot when coming to the market. It's not helping us at all, and as a result, some of us are going to Krachi across the river to trade. And that isn't safe either.
Enti ayesa no fe asantifo na no mo ba dwadifo na mo beto na mo kono sese omo mba bi because of omo suro ebi asi amomo ashutu obi akunu chichani ama chichas for a demonstration okromu ha nyina kwanse e ban kwano so nya kura kwano nyina pata kwano ye enti e wose e se ban se kwano e omaye maye enti e se kwano nye edwano so enya papa.
With government's year of rules promise, I inquired if they've had a feel of this particular promise, and this is the response I heard from the people.
Yes.
It is this same government that promised the year of rules, right? We've not had our share. Even the main road has not been worked on, not to talk of the drainages.
I could say chrome drainage. And also the cry, the end can want some cry. The year of rose, no. Yet, so
we can see the year of rose is only working in the cities.
As a piece of iron asphalt.
Manu Samuel Alasan operates an information center here. He says the neglect of the district by successive governments is largely to blame for the rural-urban migration in the area.
And now I say, because brain drains, I brain Nipana, Januko Chrome, Gamun develop on Crasiano. As will be on a Crasia, Nanibaji.
This is why the youth are all migrating to the urban areas. So until we focus on developing our rural areas, this is what we'll be experiencing.
Now, the deplorable nature of the Wenchi Ofuman Road is a source of worry to many residents of the Bono regional town of Wenchi. Earlier this year, the Jasehini of the Wenchi Traditional Council, Nana Kumi Iduse Poku, during an inspection of Wenchi town roads, appealed for the construction of the wobbly Wenchi Ofuman Road, but nothing has yet started. Nesta Kafui Ajoma has been interacting with some residents along the 59-kilometer Wenchi Ofuman Road and sent in the following reports from Wenchi.
The wobbly Wenchi Ofuman Road has been an age-old challenge, militating against the health and economic lives, especially for the people along the roadsides. Residents here say the incessant dust emanating from the road, particularly during the dry season, has regularly caused respiratory tract infection among their family members.
All this foodstuffs are supposed to bring to town so that we, the government workers and others who are not farmers, can also get the food to buy and eat. But because of the bad nature of the road, no car is willing to go there and convey the food and bring it to town so that we buy. And at times too, we will hear accidents. They will go and collect the food stuff and be bringing it to town, and we will hear accidents occur on the road, and some of them may die, and some of them may be having serious injury, and others too will be having fractures on their legs. So I'm pleading with the government and the Minister of Roads and Transport that he should also think that he will come and construct the road for us. If you come to Wenchi town here too, we have a lot of quarry companies here, like Brita's Quarry Company, Tesek, JA Quarry, and many more, but we have bad nature of roads.
All the food that we are getting here is from the villages, and that is the village way. This road is lead to the village, because here, this town here, we don't farm, we don't do anything, and where the car or the lorry will pass through this way to bring the food to us, the road is not good. And every time when it is time for voting, they will come and say, oh, we will do. After voting, we will not see them again. Why is it that way? We didn't understand it. So we are pleading, begging the government, they should come and do it better for us. Otherwise, we don't know whether we are not part of Ghana or what.
JoyNews has learned that the erstwhile John Mahama administration for the first time awarded a contract for the construction of the road. The contractor, Kofi Job, started working on the road to the extent of constructing the drainage system, but suddenly left site and has never returned. Now, silt has filled up many portions of the drainage system, impeding free flow of water whenever it rains. Salamatu Adams is the assembly member for the Boadang electoral area, which hosts greater part of the Wenchi Ofuman Road.
In 2014, almost all the roads that you've seen were awarded to contractors, and we were looking forward for the project to commence. And then, unfortunately, there was change of government. At least we were expecting, government is a continuous process, so we're expecting the current administration to continue from where they took it from. But unfortunately, they've neglected us, especially Boadang electoral area. Just look at the Ofuman Road. It's about some few kilometer roads there. We expect by now, for the past 6 years, we've seen road is being fixed. People will be plying the road and other things.
Now, inadequate accommodation facilities in the Nalerugu Nascent and Midwifery Training College is exposing female students to sexual attacks. The situation has also made it difficult for the school's management to effectively supervise and control the students who are all staying in rented houses outside the campus. Authorities say this is adversely affecting the provision of quality nursing and midwifery training in the school. Elias Tanko now reports.
The accounts officer of the college, William Smumuni, speaking during a meeting with the Member of Parliament, Alhaji Baba Seidu Isifu, who was in the school as part of a working visit. The school management member was detailing the impacts of the challenge of inadequate teaching and learning facilities, which he said was affecting the delivery of quality nursing and midwifery training at the college, starting with the problem of lack of accommodation facilities for the students.
A lot of our students are raped sometimes because we don't have control. Most of them are still outside, we don't control. But assuming they were in-house, I think that we'll be able to manage them and be able to protect them, provide security for them. But the hostel that is there, our old school hostel that we have is a very small hostel. All of us know that hostel is behind a 3-room hostel, 60-bed hostel. That is woefully inadequate. So we are renting all over. And you can imagine the rent. It's because of that we owe a lot of landlords in town.
He also talked about the inadequate classroom blocks and facilities for practical lessons, as well as lack of a dining hall and the encroachment of the school lands.
Our classrooms are becoming insufficient because of the new program that we are introducing. Some of them run 3 years. So if you introduce a new program and the first stream was accommodated in the classroom, and you don't have another classroom to accommodate the rest, and the tanker for them to go to the next class, it means that they have no space.
The MP on his part visited several abandoned infrastructure projects in the college, including this administrative block that has been left uncompleted since 2017, and promised to continue to work towards their completion.
It was started amongst other administration blocks in some parts of the northern region. The Salaga one was started together with this one, and many more others, and they were completed. Unfortunately, this is where we are today, and this project is at a standstill. So I just decided that we should pay a visit to it, then we'll have an opportunity to see what is going on. We'll try to see what we can do to get some private people to come in so that we have some hostels being constructed here for the students. The students are littered everywhere in the community. That is not good for them, and it's not good for effective learning.
From Nalergo, Ilyas Sotanko reporting for JoyNews.
The Rotary Club, with support from the Lions Club and Rotaract Club, has extended optical services to residents of Amejofe in the whole West District of the Volta region. Residents had their eyes examined and got the needed optical services and medical outreach, which benefited about 1,200 residents. Is part of the Rotary Club of whose objectives to contribute towards achieving universal health coverage in the Volta region.
31 Rotary clubs from Ghana, Togo, Benin and USA, 15 Rotary clubs and 3 Lions clubs converged at the premises of the Evangelical Presbyterian College of Education at Amejofe to participate in the free health screening exercise. The residents and student community were provided optical services and screened for hepatitis B, hypertension and diabetes, and also provided free basic medication and counseling on diagnosed health conditions. The whole club president, Simon Fafali Awume, detailed that Amejofe was chosen for the health screening to throw a spotlight on the tourism potentials of the community and to provide health services to residents.
I'm very impressed about the commitment and the participation of Rotary clubs. In fact, this has been the first project that we have so many clubs, more than 50 clubs joining, and I'm very grateful. The purpose of Rotary is service to impact our communities. Every community has a health need, but we want to promote tourism also in the Volta region. So we chose Amejofe for all these clubs from all these countries and the cities across Ghana to see the tourist sites that we also have in the Volta region. So as you can see, the weather is extremely cold. Whilst the health screening is going on, our members all over the country will have the opportunity to visit some of the tourist sites that we have here in Amejofe. We have the waterfalls, we have the Ote waterfalls, we also have the trails, and we have the Mount Gemi.
We are doing eye screening, general medical screening, which will help to ensure that people who may have diseases that they are not aware, we bring it helps them to know their medical status, and we direct them to the nearest medical outfit for them to be helped. And having all this, although the weather is not too favorable, but in a way the people are enjoying what we are doing for them.
The co-chair of Rotary Ghana, Andrew Sofosuhini, was elated about the organization and accepted that the outreach would also have an impact on the local economy of Amejope.
Obviously, once you come in here, you buy food, we've taken breakfast, the locals in the community, all of us slept in hotels in here. So this is something that economically would go to empower those within the space.
About 200 pints of blood were raised for the whole teaching hospital and the Ketu South Municipal Hospital. The Rotary Club of Ho, which has been in existence for 37 years, has undertaken about 200 projects across Volta and Uti regions.
That's all for the bulletin. My name is Kwesi Schandorf. The show continues with Benjamin and Benis. Do have a great day.